Welcome back, everybody. Time to find out who France will play in the World Team Championship final. England very much the favourites to join them, as they did last year, as they did in the World Team Shootout, where France got the victory on both occasions. But standing in England's way is a very dogged Australia side. They have fought hard to get themselves into this position, and now they have an opportunity to take down one of the big favourites for the tournament. England qualified in second place. The only team they lost to was France. They won every other match. Australia qualified in fifth place, but victory over South Africa last night, 8-6, saw them into the semi-finals. Already underway on table 2. Megan Proctor at the table for England. Harriet Haynes, as she has done throughout the championships, will lead off, because essentially the match on the left is the player ones playing. Harriet Haynes will lead England off and has a ball off the break. The two-time reigning Masters champion, Harriet. And she'll be, I think she has to be the favourite for the world title as well. We'll see her semi-final a little bit later on. 6 o'clock that's scheduled for. She has Kersley Davies, who's in red-hot form, in the semi-final at 6 o'clock.
Yes, Megan. Come on, mate.
Harriet was flying through the individual rankings throughout the championship. Just lost a couple of frames late on, just to slide down from the top spot into third place in the individual rankings in terms of frames won and the percentage, but she's still going at quite incredible 85%. She is the standout player, statistically speaking, but what England have is just a squad where everyone can deliver at the right time. They have two players in Harriet Haynes and Barbara Taylor that will always lead the way, and they are the two leading players again. Barbara playing a few less frames and therefore a little bit further down the list in 19th position. But that was after a slow start as well. She didn't have the best of World Team Shootouts, but then really started to pick up as we went deeper into the tournament. Still ended up with just under a 70% pace. So Barbara's still going very well, and she's obviously very much looking for another world title as well. Tasneem Solomon's in her way in the semi-finals at 6 o'clock. The rest of the team all going above 50% and all delivering at times. Slightly different story for Australia. 6 players in their squad, and Natalie Hatton struggling, just the 2 frames won in the tournament. Not sure if we'll get to see much of her in this match or not. Depends how Australia decide to go about it. Ros Johnson also struggling a touch as well, going at under 50%. Linda Vine, though, very much their leading player. 9th, she's finished in the individual rankings. Just looking back through the group stages, and England was struggling when they played Australia early in the tournament. They were 1 down with 2 to play, ended up turning it around to win the match, 8 frames to 7. Sarah Waite beating Ros Johnson, and then Barbara Taylor with a miracle shot in the deciding frame to beat Temple Larkins. That was a big moment for Barbara and England to win that match, and since that moment, they've played some really good stuff. It was a slightly sluggish start in the team championships. Obviously, played France in the first game, as is tradition, where the previous year's final is the opening match of the championship. Tradition I like, but also a shame because it means we can't get to see it all the time because every section does the same thing and they all happen at the same time. Would have been nice to see England play France in the group stages just to find out where they were, but we were focusing on Northern Ireland and Wales in the men's section.
Come on, Meg.
So there's a lot that Australia can look at in this match and feel positive about it. They're coming in on the back of a big win. Previous good match against England without quite closing the match out. Great chance for Kate Harrison to win this opening frame for Australia. Megan Proctor coming up short with her chance, and this is a nice enough layout. Two reds are a plant top right. And Ross plays a good snooker at the bottom. Harriet Haynes in trouble. That's a little bit on the fortunate side for Harriet because she has fouled and she's given away ball in hand. But without moving that 8 ball safe, Ros could have just mopped them up fairly cleanly and fairly easily. Now, that's a problem for her that she needs to solve. And that might save Harriet in this frame. Not the end of the world for Ros because of where the 8 ball and yellow have gone. I wonder if the yellow still goes though. So it's just gone far enough to stop Harriet from being able to pot the yellow to top left to get on the one top right. Could play the double, or more likely the treble. I think the double works. No, just wide. And that 8 ball going where it has is so much better for yellows than it is for reds. Very, very fortunate for Harriet Haynes. She got very lucky when she fouled earlier on. Mind you, well, we're focusing on the left-hand side. As expected, Kate Harrison has just gone through this layout really nicely. It was a really good one for her, and 2 pots away from putting Australia into the lead. 1-0 to the Aussies. Kate Harrison getting the job done. Yeah, Stephen Jameson comes and joins me on commentary.
Good afternoon, Mr. Webb.
Afternoon it is, yeah. Caught me off guard. I thought we were still in the morning, but
Yeah. The days, the mornings, the afternoons, the weeks, they all merge into one in Blackpool.
they actually do. They actually do.
Yeah, not a single word of lie spoken there, as Harriet Haynes on the left-hand side has work to do. That yellow and 8-ball at the top of the table is causing plenty of issue. And if she opens that all up, well.
And she got really lucky earlier on in the frame when she put that 8-ball safe from getting out of the snooker, and this time round she popped it open. And she can get punished for that. She should get punished for that.
I have to say that was an uber aggressive shot from Harriet. I'm not sure that was the play.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, big bounce.
It's gonna be
Big bounce.
It's going to be tricky to get good position on the 8-ball. Going to have to go short side now. The natural line should take her to the left-hand side, towards the top left corner. I think if she plain balls it, she might go towards the yellow, but easier to get to the left-hand side as we look.
Disaster strikes for Australia.
Right then, Craggles. Craggy. Come on, mate.
It's not the best of minutes for them, as this pot on the right-hand side as well. That's not Harriet's greatest ever shot, mind. Well, there's a lot of scope for not being anywhere near this sort of position, but played that well. As England square things up. One each in the semi-final for the right to go and face France. If you are just joining us, won their semi-final against Northern Ireland, won at 8 frames to 7. Not quite as dramatic as that looks. 2 8-balls pretty much falling in at the same time, but France winning by just the single frame.
Right then, Soph. Come on then.
Australia came through their playoff last night against South Africa. It was a fantastic win for them. They come into that one as ever so slight second favourites, but only ever so slight. They finished level on points with South Africa in the group stage, but just won a few less frames and lost a few more. But a great win for them, 8-6 in the playoff to draw England here in the semi.
I think the biggest thing, Stephen, I was saying just as you were arriving, was that Australia, when they played England in the group stages, took them all the way to a deciding frame. And it ended up being 2 on the trot at the back end for England, including a huge shot from Barbara Taylor when she was miles behind the decider.
Yeah, absolutely.
That turned it around and got the win. So Australia should be really buoyed up by the fact that they have pushed this England side all the way, and they should feel confident.
Yeah, it's Temple Larkins who's just broken off on the left-hand side there. She goes in off. So cue ball in hand for Sophie Gibbs-Nichols of England. It's Leanne Cragg at the table for England on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, she's up against Julia Ward.
Oh, Sophie, you're so good.
Yes,
Come on,
Yes,
Sophie.
Sophie.
Yes, Sophie. Yes,
Come on, Craggles.
yes, Crag.
Yes,
Come on.
Craggy.
Come on,
Yes,
mate.
Cragganor.
The captains versus each other in the next frame as
Oh, Sophie, you're so
Lyndall Vine comes out the shed, and so too does Barbara Taylor.
Come on, Crag. Come on, England.
It'd be so
Come on,
much
England,
better
let's
for
go.
Leanne Cragg here if the red over the top right had already been taken off the table. She'd be in good position to finish, so not going to be easy. So decides to go up for it, doesn't want to get too close to it. Just pulls up. Now got to find a line. There is a line available. Top cushion, left side cushion, and then down the diagonal towards the bottom right hand corner pocket. Now, middle of the table, you could take the the red to bottom right. Come further, take it to bottom left, but can't go past the straight because then you can't get on the 8 ball, and that's what's happened. Well, I'm working on the assumption the 8 ball doesn't go bottom right. It might do. Sophie in for a good chance here on the left as well. Plant required, but if this goes right, perfect to finish.
Got a shot to play here, mind.
Yeah, but it's a natural shot. Make the pot naturally come across the table. Leave the drop in the middle or the top left corner, and the 8 ball is accessible. So definitely a shot she'll fancy.
Hangs the yellow, caught it on the thick side.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to fall on the right-hand side table either. But good
Oh,
shot.
it did.
Good shot from Leanne.
Well, when it hung in the pocket, I went back to look at the left side table. Can't really believe it went in.
Yes, Leanne.
In the end, I don't think it's really going to benefit England and Leanne too much, in all honesty. It's a very gettable chance, this, for Julia Ward in Australia.
That wasn't the best of shots from Temple. Australia really should win both these frames from here. Temple's just put herself in an awkward position, and Julia just not quite where she wanted to be, but she's still in position to make the counter.
Lost temper, Temple.
You've got to get the loss of turn, though. These matches can hinge on those margins.
Yeah, it was a lovely shot from Julia there on the right-hand side, but just as she made that, disaster on the other. Also, he wants that to
Oh
travel.
my God, Sophie, you're so good. That's so good, Sophie.
It's not the nicest line that's come up on.
Should be able to slide across the table. Don't try and get too close to the 8 ball with my thinking here. Just try and make it bottom left and slide across and get the cue ball somewhere near the right centre pocket. Delicate shot, but if you try and get up the table, you might get in a mess. If the yellow goes to bottom right, you've got more chance of getting up the table.
That's it, so work it out, Sophie.
That's a nice shot. Julia should win from there. That should put Australia back in front. Sophie's done what I thought.
Let's go, Sophie.
And that's okay. Queuing to the side of the red. It's a tricky pot, but it's a comfortable shot.
Big shot here for Sophie Gibbs-Nichols in England for the lead. That's a great pot from Sophie Gibbs-Nichols.
So good. Yes, so good. Oh my God.
England pleased with that one, as they should be, but it's about to go level again. Julia Ward has done a really good clean-up job here. Very, very efficient counter clearance. Super stuff from Julia Ward. Now it's the Aussies making some noise as we're Desmond after 4.
Temple Larkins will be so annoyed because what an opportunity she had to win her frame as well, and then it's 3-1, and all of a sudden the favourites for the match and are under it. But now at 2-2, it's as you were. As England's two big players come out, Barbara Taylor and Harriet Haynes. Australia's top gun, Lyndall Vine, will be playing Barbara Taylor, and Julia Ward will be back out to take on Harriet. I was talking on commentary about Barbara Taylor's break. Hand on the table from the corner. Cues down on the ball. If she doesn't hit it perfectly, she hits the break with a huge amount of side, and it's a break I don't think that can be consistent. That's something that I think she needs to work on. But it's going okay for her, I guess. She's in the World Singles semi-final once again. Is the former champion.
Come on, H.
Yes, Harriet, perfect. Short H, come on.
Very good this from Harriet Haynes. Struggled to get over the line in her opening frame. This time, very clean, very clinical. Gets her side back in front. Barbara Taylor in a very tight frame on the left-hand side. That might take a little bit of time to work out. England will send out Megan Proctor to take on Ros Johnson on the right.
even better. Oh, Barb, you're so good. You're so good, Barb.
Beautiful, mate.
Great shot.
Come on, Meg.
Come on, Meg.
Come on, Megan. Let's go. Call me a proctor, 'cause I need a proctor.
Come on, Babs. Come on, England.
Come on, Bob.
Yes, Meg, keep it tight. Love
all
that,
right, Meg.
Love that, Meg.
Come on, Meg.
Love that, Meg. Shot, Barb.
Come on, Meg.
Keep fighting. Keep fighting, Barb. That's alright, that's a great outcome. Come on in. Come on in, Barb. Oh, Barb,
that's the way,
so
Barb.
good. Barb, you're so good. Stop it, it's not fair. Come on, Barb, keep fighting.
Come on, Bob.
Come on, Babs.
Barbara Taylor has worked herself into a little bit of a problem here on the left-hand side.
Put it, mate.
Not very often she gets herself in a mess in those tactical frames. Normally so efficient at them.
Meg, let's go.
Large part of the reason why she beat Colette Hendrickson in the quarterfinals of the World Championships was felt like every time she broke she was in a frame like this, and she won just about every single one of them. Megan in control on the left-hand side though. Rose Johnson just putting herself into trouble.
Yes, Meg. That's the way, Megan.
Shot, Meg.
Good, quite.
Yes, England.
Cheers come from England. Yes, Meg, that's the way. She misses a pot, but it's worked out well for her. But I do believe she was trying to pot that ball.
All about the motivation. Positive spirits. It's a good shot from Lindell. I'm not sure about this red in the middle of the table. I think it goes left centre. It's just whether she can get there. She looks a little bit straight on this red to the top right. Don't think it goes to the right centre, so this needs to be a good shot. And there you go. No attempt to pot it at all. Just lays a pretty decent snooker in all truth. The only ball Babs can see here is the edge of the yellow next to the red, and she absolutely doesn't want to pop that. She knows it, or hit that, I should say, and so that's what she's smiling about. So she's got to hit the bottom yellow to have any chance of staying in this frame, and because cue ball in hand is frame over. That's actually a very good shot from Lindell.
It really is. Barbara's in trouble. Even if you hit the yellow here and hit a cushion, you're going to leave something on, you feel.
Oh, wow.
Just pot it.
Unless you do that. Can you play it? Does this yellow doesn't squeeze enough the red, does it? It's too high.
I don't think it does, no.
I just wonder if there's a way you can play the yellow basically full in the face and stick the cue ball to it and have the red touch the cushion. Or do you think it's too far in the middle of the table to do it?
Yeah, I don't think that plays. I don't think that works. I don't know what Barbara can do here. She looked very frustrated when the ball went in. I guess she was hoping that the yellow would go up and maybe play a loss of turn or get in the way of the red at the top of the table.
Yeah.
But if it hits the draw and stays out, she's just left the frame up. So I guess it's hard to say that was unlucky for Barbara.
It is a little bit, but the odds of it coming out well for her were so small. Looks like she's going to try and squeeze this into the middle pocket. It's be some shot.
I think she was playing the double. Trying to miss the red. I don't think the double was... I mean, the line was probably on, but I don't think you can hit it. It is so thin from where she is.
Yeah, you've got to hit it so hard.
I don't think you can get the pace on, no. So that should spell the end of the frame.
Yes, Meg.
Beautiful, mate. Come on.
Come on, Meg. Make sure now. Come on. Yes, Meg. Yes, Megan.
Oh, just for a second, I thought Lyndall Vine had missed that. She wasn't the most positive in the way she played it, and missing or making it on the thin side means she's a little bit tighter on the 8-ball than she would have wanted. The 8-ball to bottom corner here for Megan Proctor to get England 2 in front.
And it flies for Megan Proctor. Lyndall Vine reduces the arrears. It stays close, 4-3.
Yes, then, Megan, let's go. Easy peasy for you. Come on, then. Come on, then. Let's go. Come on, then. Let's go. Well done, darling. Come on, Sophie. Same again, please.
Come on, Sophie.
Same again, Sophie.
Same verse, same verse.
Oh, Sophie.
Yes, Soph!
Oh, wow, Sophie. Oh, Sophie, you're so good. Come on in.
It was almost a plan for me to score back. Don't do anything you
Come on, England.
do.
Yeah, it was almost like a double. No, it wasn't plum. It was like a, yeah, it was like a pure. You couldn't. Yes, so. Yes, so. Come in.
What's up?
The odds of that are
Work out, so you've got it.
well, that's easy stuff, isn't it? Like, oh, Sophie. Yeah, so. That's safe.
Come on, Soph.
Come on, darling.
Yes, Crab.
Yes, Craggles!
Hey. Confidence, Sally. Come on.
Oh, Sophie! Oh my God, oh, yes, Sophie! That's perfect. Come on, mate.
Come on.
Come on, mate.
Yes, Crab. Come on, Craggy.
Come on, Soph. Pick your spot. Come on, Craggles. All about you. Yes, Craggy.
Craggy.
That's perfect, Craggy. You're so good. Come on, England. Come on, England. Yes, Soph. Yes, Soph.
Come on, Soph. Confidence, mate. Come on, Crag. Come on, England. Look out, Soph. Come on. Got it. Shot. Oh,
Yes, Craggy.
so good. Sexy ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, Soph. Come on, Soph.
You don't know.
Got this girl.
Yeah, no, I know. I've had a couple of honestly. By the time I stop, something like that. Come on, Leanne. Come on, Leanne. Yes, Soph. Yes, Soph.
Come on, Soph.
Find it, darling. Come on. Come on, Craggles. Come on, Craggy.
Oh, keep cracking.
Craggy. Okay, that's fine, darling. Great parking. It's fine, mate.
Come on, Crag. Make sure now, mate. Come on. Come on, Craggy.
But we need a highlight here. I might think that. Smash it with that picture of fire. Oh, that's on the card.
Yes, Craggy.
Yes, Leanne.
Come on, Craggy.
Come on, Craggy.
One
Come on
woman,
in.
Crag.
Come on in,
Come on.
Cragster. Come on, cue it, mate.
Come on,
Let's go.
Leanne Craig for England gets another one on the board, extends the lead back to 2. McGann happy with that one, and Lyndall Vine, just as she did a couple of frames ago, with the task of keeping the Aussies within touching distance.
I think she's going to break the yellow off the cushion
Yes.
here, just simply to take pressure off herself. I'm normally very anti this sort of shot, but you feel it can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's absolutely the shot there. Because even if the yellow, you know, you're on the next yellow regardless, so you might as well just bump that out there.
I think it's gone as wrong as it can, though. Depends how much angle she has on the yellow. From what we can see, she might not have enough angle here. No, she's okay, I think, just to punch this through. But that's why she's taking a little bit longer. She overhit that shot for me just a little bit. It would have been better to get the half ball cannon rather than the full ball as well, so the cue ball would be off the cushion and the yellow would be near the bottom left. But, and again, if she plays it lighter, she probably does get closer to the half ball.
Temple Larkins breaking off on the right-hand side, and that is officially going to go down as a dry break, as we see a lesser spotted, my least favourite rule.
I'm okay with it. That's for the bat, and she doesn't like the angle, so it's a tough shot here for Lyndall. She's still recovering from the cannon, but that's a good shot. Now
Yeah, she's okay now.
It's okay to drop this one in the centre.
Good shot that from Lyndall. Yeah, for me, hate the fact that's a dry break on the right. I'll say it every time it happens, and it is rare. I don't think it should be a golden break for what it's worth. I just think you should get the next shot at the table. You've made a ball off the break. You've done exactly what you wanted to do.
But there's 15 balls on the table.
Yes, and you've made one of them. That's my entire point. You don't pick which balls you make, do you?
No, I do get your argument. And
essentially, when you break off, there's no reds, yellows, and black. They might as well all be purple for the intents and purposes of what you're trying to do.
I understand your argument, and I'm also, it wouldn't bother me if that was the rule. I do get the argument the other way. Back when I used to play, just out of interest, Stephen, it was
It was black and white?
It was black and white. It was just a straight re-rack. You just re-rack the balls and go again.
That's a better rule than turning the table over for me.
It is, but I don't think that's as good a rule for broadcast purposes. I think you don't want to be re-racking
I
balls.
get that.
So I think the decision is right in the era we're in.
Yeah, I understand that, but yeah, for me.
It used to be annoying when you used to have to put 50p in the table and you had to pony up another 50p because you've just because you put the 8 ball on the break.
Of course, that was your biggest issue. So Temple Larkins fouls on the right-hand side. England again, chance to extend, but Lyndall Vine here to keep them within 1. The Aussies sticking with England, as this one looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Lyndall Vine sends Australia back in the hunt. Whoa, and look what that means to Australia. Lyndall Vine lets loose.
That's away, Bob. That's away. Yeah.
Come on, H.
Right, Harriet. All you, come on, H.
Good balls in play.
There's a gap, but it won't fall. I think Barbara may have been playing that more in hope and expectation, trying to drop that in dead weight. No effort to put any spin on the ball to hold on the 8 ball at all. It was all about trying to give the pocket every chance to take it, and it wouldn't. And Australia in the driving seat on the right-hand side. And if they can turn that into a frame victory, it'd be all square. And both teams needing 3. This one is tight. Reminder that France are already in the final, waiting for the winner of this match. The defending champions scraped over the line themselves.
Come on, Babs. Come on, mate.
Not the best of shots, that, for me. For Temple Larkins, this is a very doable shot for Barbara Taylor. She should make the yellow.
Yes, Harry. Yes. Come on. Come on, Babs. Take it out.
Oh, there's a gap. Oh, dear. Definitely should. Well, that's an interesting choice from Barbara. The gap was there, but not the gap to the potting angle, the gap to hitch it, to catch it 3/4 ball on the wrong side. So then is it worth the risk of going top cushion, trying to pot it bottom left, because you had such a big margin of error on that shot, and leave it over the pocket or go in, and then you've got the 8 ball. I think if that yellow wasn't pottable through the gap, I'd have gone top cushion. That was a chance to win the frame. Otherwise, you're hoping for a mistake.
Come on, mate.
Temple can go. Where will she go? Oh, as Harriet misses a bad ball. It's getting edgy. England's two big gun players out there, both now in trouble. Interesting decision making going over on the left hand side. I think that's how tight it is out there. Neither player want to take it on. Or, sorry, Temple doesn't want to take it on and Barbara doesn't want to risk anything. She just keeps coming delicately dead weight, waiting for a mistake that she can pounce on. Oh, it's a poor miss from Kate Harrison. Just turns the table straight back to Harriet Haynes. That's another poor shot from Harriet. Can Kate Harrison find the finish? It is all there. The red at the top still goes. You could take the one to the corner, get on the one at the top and then go. Get the two shots done. If you come right centre and come down the table, then you do need to play a couple of good shots. But I think she has the angle straight away to play the one to the bottom corner and get on the one at the top with angle, and then you essentially won the frame. If she hasn't, I think I'd still be tempted to take the one to the corner.
How big could these two frames be for Australia?
Monumental, because if they lose them both, they are, well, it's a long, long way back. If they win them both, they're in the driving seat.
Swing point in the match. And it is on the shoulders of Temple Larkins and Kate Harrison.
Kate Harrison needs to come across the diagonal of the table. Play on both balls, red right centre and red top right. She tries to go one cushion straight to it, and that wasn't the line. You go two cushions and you've got so much more margin of error.
And now what do you play?
I think you have to play the pot. And then you hope you get the thin kiss on the red. Oh, that'll do.
Oh,
that'll do.
That'll do.
What a shot that is. What a huge shot for Australia.
Kate Harrison has just come up. Absolutely massive for the Aussies. What a pot. What a position. What a chance. We're going level. 10 frames played. Nothing between them. Kate Harrison lets rip. Barbara Taylor trying to do something here with this 8 ball. She's already potted out of a snooker in this match, albeit accidentally. She wouldn't mind potting out of a snooker now.
Oh, she does get the edge.
She didn't foul. That's the first goal achieved, but it is scant consolation, I would suggest. Temple Larkins here has a fabulous chance to put Australia into the lead.
This is set up so beautifully for Australia right now. They've hung in there, they've been behind. This is an opportunity to get in front, and they're just sending out their best player, Lyndall Vine, to play on the other table. This is a moment here for Australia to really separate.
Yeah, Lyndall Vine will take on Megan Proctor. Massive frame for the pair of them.
First things first, though, got to win this frame. Have to win this frame, you feel. How good are you feeling? Cue the one into bottom right and leave the straight plant.
I think it's the shot anyway.
I think it is the shot.
Because you can play that even with a degree of insurance. Because if you miss the long straight one, you're not really leaving the 8-ball nice. Combo it at best for Babs if Temple misses this.
She played it so defensively though.
Yeah, there's defensive and then there's that.
Really overhit it.
Come on, Babs.
Then Novine breaks off on the left side.
Come on, Megan. Come on, Megan. Come on, England. Let's
For
go.
me, if you're Babs here, I think you just got to play it to the bottom left. And if you make the combo,
All about you.
it's dreamland. But
The most likely is to pot it bottom right though.
you think?
I mean, it cuts bottom right. I think it cuts. But if you do pot it, go bottom left, which I think she's going to, then you're getting some equity in the frame. Well, she's gone for the complete safety. She's not thought about trying to get the 8-ball in at all. And gets the loss of turn.
Come on, Meg. All about you now.
It's awkward.
Make sure now.
I think for me, if you're going to play the loss of turn there, you might as well have a dip with the 8-ball.
I think the reason she didn't, if she plays the loss of turn with the 8-ball hanging over the pocket, the cue ball's going to be up the table. She's guaranteed to be one on the top, and there is loads of room to land on the one at the bottom. If that red was a lot closer to the pocket, then it would make it a lot more tricky to land on it. So I actually really like the choice of shot that Barbara played.
She's going long here.
I'm not sure Long gets the position.
Oh, what a shot.
Wow. Wow.
Did not see that coming. Temple Larkins has rattled one in.
Her previous pot to the corner that she missed, it was a snatchy, quick one that she overhit. That one she hammers in with poise and control.
And Megan Proctor misses on the left to bring Lyndall Vine to the table.
Don't try and dolly this one in. Pot it on the thin side and go up and down. Oh, she potted it straight in the middle. How good's the cannon? Not good.
Horrible.
Not good.
Oh, horrible. And now we've got a black ball shootout.
Yeah. Quite often, you don't see this sort of situation too often in the pool world, but normally the first chance to get in and separate these two. Can she get the 8-ball to the middle of the bottom cushion and the cue ball to the top cushion? It's awkward. She might as well play the double.
Oh, Megan. Oh, Megan. Megan, come on, Megan.
Oh, jaws it. That was close. How's the leave?
It's fine.
It's not
It's
bad.
fine.
He'll take that.
Dear, oh dear. God.
Drama.
Now Babs can
Yes, Meg.
get the 8-ball to the middle of the top cushion and keep the cue ball down. Well, she's going to clip off it. There's playing this shot. You might not separate them as much because you don't want the 8-ball to move too far. Yeah, so she's played a really good shot there.
It's a great shot, Barb.
You worry playing the shot the way she did is you catch it that touch too thick and you pop it over the corner pocket. That was an excellent shot.
You're going double here, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I think I'd have gone double with Barbara's as well, to be honest with you.
Come on, Meg. Come on.
Looks like Megan Proctor is going to get to the 8-ball and pot it before the two ladies on the right.
Make sure.
All right then, Temple Larkins, what have you got for us?
Come on.
If you're Meg, you get down and play the shot now. Get the cheers in while she's on her shot. She is. And it's
So
popped over
Megan
the pocket.
Proctor gets it in for England, and this should be that, really. It's a horrible lead for Temple Larkins. Australia's chance feels like it may well have just fallen by the wayside. Barbara Taylor has to win it from here, surely. And then it rolls. Barbara Taylor delivers for England. 7-5 they lead. England are on the hill.
frame lasted so long that Temple Larkins is straight back out to go again. She'll be taking on Leanne Cragg. Yeah, that's why there's confusion out there. Leanne should be playing Temple, and Sophie Gibbs-Nichols will play Roz. Well, that's not the way they're going. So slight confusion. Hopefully the referees will catch that and sort it out.
So a dry break from Leanne. I believe timeout's just been called because I think the situation is being realised. It is a quirk of it that Temple Larkins played at the end of the last set of players and in the middle of the next set, but her frame took such a long time that she's basically playing back to back.
Well, Roz is looking up at this. I don't think she's on that table.
No, Roz is playing Sophie Gibbs-Nichols.
Yeah, they've got this wrong. Yeah, that's definitely not the table she's playing on. So
I'm not too sure what the situation is
I don't
here
know
in
what
terms of
if
rules.
as soon as she plays a shot, I don't know how they resolve it. That's why there's timeout's been called.
It should be Leanne versus Temple.
Oh, wouldn't you believe it? There's just always drama, isn't there? All sorts going on out there. But I feel like Australia have missed the boat here. Australia could be, or feel like they want to be. They definitely want to be 7-5 in front, and they're 7-5 down. And you feel now they're in trouble. Question is, do they have to re-rack the table on the left, or does that rack stand? That's an interesting one.
For me, I think the rack stands because
I think it should.
Essentially, nothing's happened. The referee's called timeout, and now the break's dry, so Australia can play a shot, and the right player can now play. I think that's right.
Yeah. So Roz goes across and to break off on table on the right. She's taken on Sophie Gibbs-Nichols.
Australia must win all 3 remaining frames. It's that simple.
Come on, Soph.
Oh, it's been called as a re-rack on the left-hand side.
Yeah, interesting.
Not a huge fan of that. And I don't think Australia will be if Leanne Cragg makes a ball from this one, for example.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't see why that should be re-racked.
Look, rules are rules and all that. It's not the... but, yeah, seems a strange one for me.
Yeah, I could get on board with a few different outcomes from that particular situation. You could make the case that Roz has gone to the wrong table, and could make the case it should have been a time foul because the right player wasn't ready to play, or but not convinced by the re-rack, but ultimately does no damage and probably in the spirit of the game the right decision. I'm okay with it.
Come on, Sophie. Come on, Soph. Come on, Sophie.
Try again, Crag. Come on.
Come on, Soph. Oh, take 2.
Yeah, and she makes a ball, but the cue ball flies in as well, and this is a far better chance for Australia than it was previously. But Temple Larkins, who's just lost the bruiser of frame against Barbara Taylor, comes out and has to find a finish here.
Yellow ball's in play.
That was a poor miss from Sophie. Took out some really good shots earlier on, but came right across that one.
Australia at the table on both tables. They must win both frames. It's do or die for the Aussies. Fear for Roz a little bit here. She's not in a great position at all. Temple Larkins hangs that yellow. And this now could be the chance. Leanne Cragg can get this one here. The reds are all there. The 8-ball is guarded but not impenetrable. This is about holding yourself together. This is a great chance.
I might have been tempted to play the other red.
Yes, Crag, that's the way. Come on.
The other red, it's okay. I mean, you get nicely on it, and you get on the 8-ball from it. But I might have been tempted just to play the other red and
Come on, Safe. Come on, England.
come up the table that way. But nothing too untoward with this one. Mop up the ones at the top, get a good angle down the table.
Perfect, Crag. Come on. Make sure now, mate. Come on. All you.
Yes, alright, Sophie. Yes, Sophie, take a deep breath. That's fine, Sophie. That's great, Sophie.
Perfect, Crag. Perfect.
Well, Leanne can get it one here. This feels like the moment. I think Sophie almost just needs to hold up an end really on the right side of the table.
A good way of wording it that, because she should know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just use the clock, use your time.
That is a lovely, lovely nudge for Leanne Cragg. Now, can Ros Johnson just put on a little bit of pressure? Because reds are all there now on the right. Oh, Leanne wants that to shift. I think she had to take this one before the other one. She had to take this to top left first
Come on, Crag. Make
because she was on it nicely. That was the finish. She had to come a long way across to get the angle to track down. She's going to leave a long red here, and there's going to be heaps of pressure on it.
Yes, Crag.
Come on, lad. Confidence, mate.
Well, this is your 8-ball essentially.
Yeah, but you've got to cue it well because you've got to pull it back.
You've got to cue it really well.
That's why I would have liked to have got rid of that red early. At least the angle's good. She can just pull it back. Oh, she's running it through.
Double kiss, no. And Australia are not done just yet. That could be massive. That could be massive. Another one going all the way here in Blackpool. Cue ball is fine, but
It's a really poor shot, though.
it is.
There's just nowhere to go there.
I think you've got to play a loss of turn now.
Trying to pot a ball and hide the white from the red at the same time, but that was a pot you couldn't miss, so you had to just play position.
I think you can definitely play a loss of turn here, but it's delicate.
Yeah, agreed.
Top of the yellows onto the reds. You can hide the cue ball from the 8-ball with the second yellow, but this is really delicate. So let's
Really
go
good,
the other
though.
way, and played that really nicely.
Really, really good shot.
Come on, Craggy.
Ros Johnson's got a cue one in now. Goodness me.
Yeah, and get some cue power into this one.
Yeah, the hands are a bit sweaty. Don't blame her. Leanne Cragg tried to squeeze it in. It didn't go.
Come on, Safe.
Confidence, Sophie.
And Ros Johnson's red doesn't go either. Both tables swinging from one side to the other. Back on the right comes Sophie Gibbs-Nichols. Temple Larkins, you've got to go.
Just back yourself to make the pot. Nothing really to think about there for Temple. If you start thinking about where can I put the cue ball to make it awkward,
It's so much harder than just queuing it in.
drop this in the centre pocket, and you've got the. Even if you miss it, you're not leaving the 8-ball on nicely. Back yourself to make this one. I mean, you could clip off it, leave the cue ball at the top of the table, but you know,
How much easier do you want it?
Yeah. But it is 7-5 down in a race to 8 in the World Championship semi-final.
I do get that, but everything's in her eye line here.
Come on.
Yeah,
You've got to back yourself to make this.
100%. Yeah, and she didn't. See, she played that with pace just to force the cue ball up. If she drops that in, it's so much easier.
Take your time, mate. Come on.
Yes, Sophie.
Yes,
Come on then, Sophie.
Come on, Soph.
Great cueing, mate.
8 ball. 8 ball. No.
Glory.
Oh, wow. Leanne Cragg has had 3 stabs
Come on, Soph.
at winning this match. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols may well be the one to take it home. If you're Temple Larkins here, I think you've got to be aware of the other table, and you've got to put a little bit of pressure on Sophie Gibbs-Nichols here. Cue ball. No way. No way.
No, head up, Soph. Head up.
Australia can square it. They have to square it. Temple Larkins plays the snooker, and I'm not sure she has it.
I'm shocked that Sophie's done that. She put the wrong spin on the ball. She's just trying to roll it on and off the cushion and leave the straight pot to the top right, and she stuns it. The line that she was trying to find was never there. Hush comes over the arena. Ross Johnson just has to back
And in
herself.
the commentary box, I'm stunned. She has just got the snooker. Oh, Leanne Cragg wasn't a million miles away. What's she going to leave?
Ross gets it all wrong.
Ros. Oh, Ros. God, this is nightmare fuel for pool players. It's so edgy out there.
Come on then.
It's not a bad shot, that, from Ros Johnson in the circumstances. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols is going to get a shot.
Back yourself. Happiness, Sophie.
Temple Larkins has put herself under pressure because she now has to take this on. I thought she was going to just lay the snooker there, get a better opportunity. The way she's gone about the frame, I don't think she should have done, but I think that's what she was going to. That's what I was expecting her to do. But making the ball puts herself under pressure.
Oh, great effort, Sophie.
Oh, what a moment for Australia. Sophie Gibbs-Nichols drops the cue ball in. Lyndall Vine can barely watch. And Temple Larkins pumps home the yellow. Temple's going to wait for Ros here. Ros Johnson to put Australia back within 1. It's there. And now then, Temple Larkins, over to you. This for Hill Hill.
Come on, Craigie.
A complete miss hit. And it's not a terrible leave.
Come on, Leanne.
Leanne Cragg is a fabulous potter. She really is.
Come on.
But this is awkward.
I don't think Leanne can believe what she's left.
She should be pleased just that she gets back to the table, in all honesty. This is very, very thin if she wants to take the cut on.
I'm not sure that's on. I don't know what else you play, Mike. I think if this was me, I'm playing the coward shot and playing the up and down.
Yeah, just make sure the 8 ball gets in the middle of the top cushion.
She's
and you do
cutting
that.
it. Oh no, it is the up and down.
It's the treble.
Treble, treble. It hangs. And Temple Larkins can take us all the way.
It's gone just far enough away to make this missable when you're feeling edgy.
Oh, this is very missable.
If it sits over the pocket, it doesn't. But this is, I know it sounds stupid, but it is. This is edgy.
Temple Larkins. We're hill in the semi-final.
Come on, Bob.
What a mad frame that was.
Bob, let's go.
I'm not quite sure how Temple Larkins has won it, but the Aussies are level, and we go to one table. Barbara Taylor to bring it home for England up against Julia Ward. It all comes down to this.
And Barbara's break again. She just doesn't get that consistency of strike, and it leaves a very messy deciding frame.
Could be easy when she's missing out on what she is.
Yes,
Love that,
Bob.
Bob.
All you.
Come on, WC. Come, you toilet. Come on, Bob.
Yes, Babs.
Come on, Babs. Come on, mate.
A very tight layout that Barbara is
Come on, Bob.
choosing to be aggressive with. If she's not careful, she can get herself into trouble by pushing the belt out too much. So for the second time this week, they're in a deciding frame. Last time round, Barbara
That's the
Taylor
way,
really
Bob.
was the hero.
That's the way, mate. That's the way. Yes, Bob.
I think if you're Julia here, you've just got to really take your time in this frame. There's not much value here in potting a yellow. Barely any. You've got to be looking at ways here that you can advance the yellows without potting them. Because you've got to try and, I think, try and give Babs the rope. Reds are not getting out in one visit here.
Agree completely. Julia's been going really well this week.
That's not a bad result. I think that's a worse result if that yellow goes down. Because
Yeah.
what's she play next?
I agree. I think, yeah,
The best result there is that
Patience.
yellow staying up.
patience is key here. Julia going at 60% for the tournament. Very much Australia's second player, statistically speaking.
It's all right, Babs.
Don't you, Babs.
Push you, mate.
Yes, Bob.
Keep going, mate. Couldn't have just been a break test, could it? Come on, Babs.
Come on, Babs.
Come on, Babs.
Come on, Babs.
I've had 5 breaks in this match. Oh, we dash one over.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob.
You've got a phone with this Bob, but I don't know, it's really well.
Fans in Chicago. Fans in Chicago.
Well,
Just you.
Barbara Taylor just says no.
Foul.
Doesn't want to take that on. And that's the right call. Well, it's a great shot from Julia, but again, you've got to be thinking about how you're winning the frame. Julia needs to keep balls on the table here. Has to.
Yeah, and Barbara has a lot of frames like this, and he's very patient. And I think Julia's got to be careful not to fall into that trap again.
I think for me here, the shot's just to clip off the yellow that's next to the red underneath the cue ball. Leave the cue ball somewhere on the bottom cushion. Then you've got a free yellow and red. Just because reds can't go. So you should also wait your turn.
Yeah, the yellows aren't on, the reds aren't on. Potting balls, all of a sudden, Julia's behind here.
Yeah, you've got to advance your position in the frame. And sometimes advancing your position in the frame is about keeping your balls on the table. It's a numbers game.
If she's not careful here, she could be miles behind. Got to stop Barbara from having the loss of turn to bottom left. Got to find a way to keep it tight and awkward.
Right, Babs, come on. Babs.
Well, has she blocked off the loss of turn to the left? That would be something like a result.
She could go here, Barbara. She absolutely could go. She's got an angle here to
Go into the red and yellow.
go into the red and yellow. And then she also has the red near the bottom left-hand corner to deal with the other red that's a problem. This is definitely an opportunity to go. And I think with the two yellows at the bottom of the table, I'd be tempted. Oh, if she's got the gap to the red bottom left now, then definitely. Not the best outcome, but
Come on, Babs.
Come on, all you, mate. Come
she's still in the driving seat for me.
Do you draw back here, though?
Well, does she? Can she get to the potting angle? Maybe the double, but that would be aggressive if she can see the red. Double it. Remember, the yellows at the bottom are really awkward, so definitely some value if she can. I don't see a good safety.
No, to be honest, it's come out about as awkward as it could have, that shot. She's been a bit unlucky.
So she can't see the one by the yellow then, by the ways of things, because she's going for this one and just playing a containing shot.
Babs, that's the
Can't blame her for that.
way. That's the
Although she's left that touching ball, pot a red. If this is touching ball, she can just pot this red and drop the cue ball in behind the yellow.
Don't think it is. Well, I know it's not.
Yeah, because the ref hasn't called it.
Yeah, he shook his head and said no.
If only. Can still play a similar shot. Doesn't want to separate that red and yellow too much.
She's a little bit unlucky. She's a little bit unlucky there. And this is Barbara's chance to win. Take the one bottom right, pop into the yellow. You're guaranteed to be on two balls. Should be on three. And the frame is there.
Oh, she's played the cannon.
Alright, mate, come on.
Yes, Bob.
Yeah.
Barbara swings her arm around. That was, yeah, way off.
Head on, Babs, come on.
Bit nervy, I'd say.
Yeah, miles away. Trying to get the yellow, not the red. I mean, she missed that by such a significant margin.
She might be able to go into it here. No, okay.
Come on, mate.
Oh,
Hang on a minute.
how do you like these?
All of a sudden, Australia are favourites for the frame.
This
Two
is,
poor shots from the trot from Barbara.
look, this isn't an I told you so episode, but this is the point I've been making the whole frame. It's a numbers game. The more balls you've got on the table, it felt like in this frame, the more likely you were to win it, and that has always been the case. For the majority of the time, that's been Babs, and now, all of a sudden, it's Julia in Australia.
Come on, Bob.
There are a lot of Aussies out there right now who are very, very invested in Julia Ward getting back to the table with a chance to win this semi-final.
Yes, Bob.
All right then. How good do you feel? Because if you're feeling good, that yellow goes to the middle, you could go. I
It's
wouldn't
so
blame her
tight
for
though, and
not,
there's no position, there's no value in the pot to the middle. It's really awkward actually. She can't just drop on the one bottom left either. I think she has to cue the one in nearest to the bottom right here. Has to just cue this in and back herself. It's as hard as the safety.
Oh my god. Come on then,
Oh, that will do. That will do. A huge fluke for Australia.
What a leave.
What an outcome.
That's an incredible leave, that.
Come on, Babs. Confidence now.
A little bit embarrassed by what's happened, but she shouldn't be. It doesn't matter how.
No, you take the result all day long.
Safety was tough. I said that. Well, that's worked out as the best safety.
Babs is ticking. She's absolutely livid.
The thing
Can't
is,
blame
though,
her.
the thing is, as much as Babs can be annoyed, she had her chance to win the frame. She had such a presentable chance to win the frame, and bad things happen when you don't take your chances.
No way.
Great shot, no outcome.
Not on the red. As good a shot as that was, not on the red. And you have to say, that's two pretty awful bits of luck for the England skipper in the last two shots.
She's still in good position here. One cushion, pot the red, you can be on the 8 ball. It's not ideal, of course, but she can still get out from here. Going this way is a guaranteed hit. Harder to make the red.
Oh my God.
Jaws it.
Oh wow, huge piece of luck for England this time. Huge piece of fortune. Oh, wow.
I think there's a shot though for Australia. Think there's a shot.
You're so unlucky, Bob.
Can you play the plant bottom left? Got a little bit of cue ball security there. The 8 ball plays big for the Reds. It's not a bad effort. I don't know if she's hidden that red.
She hasn't. You can tell from the cheers from England. This pot's on.
Make sure, mate. Come on.
It was a good choice of shot there from Australia, but you've got to top the cue ball through a little bit more.
This is it.
That's the way, Babs.
Oh, this might be tight, you know.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's more about how is she getting on the 8 ball if it's dead straight. Yeah, she was fine.
Australia have ran England very, very close. But it's been a skipper's innings from Barbara Taylor. And England are in the final again. Barbara Taylor leads the celebrations. It'll be a rematch. England versus France awaits in the final.